And we're back with season 2 episode 2 of Beyond the Mat, WrestleTok Wednesday. The full crew is here this week, and we have our special guest, and I'm going to let Haley take it from here as far as the introduction of our...
He's going to hate me for this. So many people may know him as just Paul. Many people may know him as a fake Geordie Barstool, as everyone knows I call him. But today, he is a huge pop wrestling guest for today. Please welcome to Beyond the Mat, Mr. Paul Wilson, a.k.a. the Cheese Guy.
Shut up, Haley. Hello. I hate you already.
So, I'm guessing you're feeling a little cheesy.
For anybody that doesn't know, we're all good friends in the WrestleTok community, and I sent a video around that scarred us all for cheese, and it's now an inside joke that we just take the piss out of each other using cheesy jokes. So if you have your best cheesy jokes, do put them in the comments. We need to see these cheesy jokes while we get to know Paul tonight.
Oh God!
This isn't on my notes, but what's your favorite kind of cheese? We'll just get that out of the way right now.
I don't actually eat cheese, I only eat it when it's melted. I'm fussy.
Okay.
That one was definitely melted.
A long time ago it was melted. A long time ago that was melted. So let's just hop into the wrestling questions, shall we? When did you become a wrestling fan? Like, when was your first memory of being a wrestling fan?
Oh, you've got to go back to probably the early 90s. My late granddad used to watch it.
When the dinosaurs were out.
I'm not that old, Haley. Oh, it's got to be in the early 90s. You're talking Ultimate Warrior was probably my first big favourite. So it shows you how long ago it was. So we're talking about early 90s maybe. And I stopped watching for a long time, then I got into it again.
Okay. Obviously, you just kind of answered my second question. So Ultimate Warrior was your first favorite then? Like, that was your guy?
He was the first one. He was the first one I really remember.
Okay. Who's your current favorite wrestler? Like, who's the guy that you're like, that's my guy?
Oh God.
Ooh.
And why isn't it Jey Uso?
I think for the work he's done since he infamously turned heel at Clash at the Castle last year, it's got to be Dominic. I think he's getting so much better, and he's a natural born heel. He's really good, and he's getting so much more like Eddie Guerrero because I've seen him live.
Yeah,
I think he looks so much like Eddie. When I saw him in Newcastle that night. Sorry, go on.
I think that's by design, if I'm not mistaken. But
I think it is.
My brother just chimed in with his favorite, CM Punk.
Don't forget, we still want to see them cheesy jokes. So give us your best ones.
Cheesy jokes. We're kind of zooming through my original. That's funny that her picture is Mateo's picture. That's pretty interesting. So I always ask everybody that comes in here, what exactly brought you to TikTok? Not WrestleTok, but TikTok as the app. Like, what brought you?
COVID-19 pandemic. I downloaded it as a joke. I was like, well, let's see what all the fuss is all about. Everybody downloaded it. Why the heck not? And I meet,
yeah.
I met this bitch.
She's completely ignoring you.
No, she heard me. She heard.
So So how'd you stumble upon us in wrestletok?
I think it was my FYP. I didn't have many followers. I hadn't posted anything. I was like, Wrestling Fan, I'll give them a follow. Wrestling Fan, give them a follow. And some of them are the best people I've ever known. Yes, that does include you, Haley.
Gay.
Shut up! I'm being truthful.
So used to everyone being horrible to me, can you tell?
I'm going to piggyback off of what you just said. The wrestletok family is probably the most loyal group of friends I've ever had, if I'm being completely honest.
No. Bitch though Haley may be, she does have a heart.
very small at times, but she does.
Yeah,
I
will say that.
I mean, you have to have some sort of you have to have, like, we know it's in there, but it's this is just payback for all them videos you sent me yesterday. No, the day before.
I've got more.
No, the day before.
I've got more, mate.
Oh, Andy sent you more videos.
No, he showed me them on his WhatsApp last night.
So,
oh god.
Do you have any projects that you want to share with us before we dive into the abyss that is known as WrestleTok Questions?
Not really. I don't really do projects. To be honest, I don't do much outside of work.
Okay.
I was waiting for a cheesy joke there. I was waiting for a cheesy joke from Haley.
I mean, I'm opening she muted herself, so I think
which means she's up to something.
I had to mute myself. Sorry. My daughter thinks it's funny to keep shouting, asking for an ice cream. Apologies. Fun of the 6 weeks holiday.
Nearly over, Haley. Nearly over.
Thank God.
So, the floor is yours as far as questions, and I will just kind of pepper stuff in as well.
Okay. Okay. So we're going WrestleTok questions or special questions?
If there's a particular question about a certain someone in wrestling, I'll be surprised at Haley.
Depends. Are we doing wrestling or are we doing WrestleTok, Matt?
Well, how about I'll go with I do have two questions. That is WrestleTok. It blurs the lines. Who do you acknowledge as your tribal chief? And why is it not? Who is the tribal chief?
Not Roman. Because I'm still upset that he beat Drew at Clash at the Castle. Anyway, I don't think they're really. It'll be interesting to see, but I still think it's Jay. The guy deserves a break. He's going to come back soon enough. Probably Rumble. Set up the match with Jimmy.
Well, with what Heel Kevin said it best yesterday, he's the only one that's been in the Bloodline storyline the whole time that hasn't gone away for a while. He's the only one that hasn't taken a break. The rest of them, him and Paul Heyman, are the only two that really haven't taken a break. So I'm glad they're going to let him do that. And I really think that he's going to come back and it's going to be Jimmy and Jay at Mania. And I really hope that's what we get.
Because I reposted, I don't know if you've seen the interview with Ariel Helwani. I reposted that and I got so much crap for it. Somebody said, "Oh, the match means nothing," which I think I totally 100% disagree with. It's their best. It's the way of setting it up. Just when you think you can't get any better, boom, this happens. Me and Haley were on TikTok Live and we were so mad, weren't we, Haley? when it happened.
I wasn't
Now I
mad. I
think
was
about
just
it.
confused.
But now we've had time to think about it. It makes sense to me. They want the match, the one-on-one against each other. What better way than one turning on the other?
So here we go. This is the most important question I'm going to ask you today.
Oh God, I know what question this is already.
Do you acknowledge David Arquette as the greatest WCW champion of all time?
Well, I didn't really watch WCW, but the answer's no.
Right, that's all the time we got, folks, tonight. Thank you so much for coming. I've been Hayley. See you later. You can't say that on Huge Pop Wrestling. It just doesn't happen.
I didn't really watch WCW, so.
Now, that whole thing, by the way, a little background to kind of let you in on the inside joke kind of thing. Heel Mike and I started. Oh, he started it. I kind of just ran with it. David Arquette is the greatest WCW champion. He only held it one time. But everything that he's done for the business, such as he gave all of his earnings from WCW to the Owen Hart Foundation, and that's why we consider him the greatest WCW champion of all time.
Fair enough.
And Matt,
I didn't actually know that.
And Matt Dedulus chimes in with 3 cheese emojis. So,
hi Mateo, you cheesy bastard.
There is a game that I like to play as well, and while Haley's doing what she's got going on,
sorry,
who did it better? I got four moves that I want you to tell me who did it the best all time. Okay.
Ooh.
Spinebuster is number 1. We'll start with the Spinebuster.
Ooh. For me, from who I've seen do it, this is just me personally. For me, it's Triple H.
Okay. Number 2, the Power Bomb.
Power Bomb. Oh, various different versions of that. For me, I would say Batista.
Okay.
Batista Bomb.
Okay. Number 3, the DDT.
Ooh. This is going back a bit. This is another guy I liked as a kid. Jake the Snake.
Perfect. I got 2 more for you. The Frog Splash.
We've had 3 different answers for this.
Yeah.
I've actually got 2 that I like the best.
Okay.
One is Eddie Guerrero.
Okay.
Which is who we've
and
had.
The other, and this other answer is going to make Haley smile like a Cheshire cat.
Rob Van Dam.
Rob Van Dam.
See, the ones we've had are Montez Ford, Eddie Guerrero, and Rob Van Dam. They are 3 that we've had mentioned in the time we've been doing this.
And the last one is the Chokeslam.
Chokeslam has got to be Undertaker or Kane.
Okay. So, those are all very good answers. I mean, the last one was kind of the basis of why I started, because I was scrolling through TikTok one day, and I can't remember whose live it was, but one of many people were talking about who did it best, and that one, someone had mentioned it was Hurricane did the best choke slams of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few that have said that in ours. I think, if I remember rightly, Paul, you're the first one to say Kane. I don't think anyone said Kane yet. Mm-hmm.
No, everyone gravitates towards Big Show and Undertaker, and that
we've had a few hurricanes.
Yeah. So.
No, for me, it's Kane and Taker.
Okay, here's one for you. The Stunner.
Oh. I think with the Stunner, it's the way the person on the receiving end, it's the way they sell it. I mean, The Rock was hilarious at selling the Stunner. I think they had bets on about it. Well, I do like, obviously Steve, and I do like the way Kevin does it.
Okay. The Pedigree.
Triple H. Easily.
Over Seth.
I do like Seth, but
I'm not a fan of Seth myself. I'm a Triple H guy from the word go.
Yeah, but Triple H sometimes the force, the momentum that Triple H puts into it makes it feel more effective. I mean, I would like a pedigree from either of them, though. But
for me, Seth's finishing move is always going to be the curb stomp for me.
It's
just.
I think
last one from me.
Yeah, go on.
The Spear.
Oh, I forgot that one.
There's been so many. Goldberg's out straight away. I don't like his.
We've had one common person mentioned, if I remember rightly. We've had a few, but one person was mentioned more than anyone.
Yeah, there's the top two for sure. There's two that
for a fact, I've seen him hit some really bloody good spears, and that's Roman, but he's not my personal favourite.
Okay, who is?
He could be He could be having his final match on SmackDown on Friday. Is Edge?
See, we've had Rhino. And I can't remember who the other one is, but we've had Rhino more than anyone, as any other Spears has been Rhino every time.
Yeah, Edge is in top 3. I think Edge is either, he's number 3. So we can, best punch, but it's got to be either the Roman Superman punch or the Orange Crush, rather.
Be very careful, Paul.
I don't really watch AEW. But I'm going to say Roman, because I don't really watch AEW, do I? So
I'm not sure if you're going to make it for your second episode, sir. I
Just be right back. I just need a moment alone.
With a lot of moves, it depends on how they sell it.
No, because Orange Cassidy does it better than Roman. I'm going to say it how it is. I will never acknowledge Roman ever, especially not to my Orange Cassidy.
So we can go and do the last of the original segment, and then we can jump into the WrestleTok stuff. We're gonna come rapid fire at you. The first thing that comes into your mind when we say a wrestler's name. It doesn't have to be just one word. It can be the first thing that pops into your head. Okay.
Are you starting or am I?
I'll just start with Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
Wow. I've seen him live. Finish the story.
Grayson Waller.
Arrogant but funny.
Let you off.
Undertaker.
Legend.
Shotzi Blackheart.
Badass.
Solo Sikoa.
Acknowledge me. He wants to be the tribal chief.
Jess the Wrath.
Oof. Damn. I was waiting for that. Gorgeous.
Becky Lynch.
The man.
Ric Flair. Woo!
Legendary.
The Rock.
Jabroni.
L.A. Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Popular.
We'll go Seth freaking Rollins.
Workhorse.
Dean Ambrose / John Moxley.
Absolute freaking lunatic.
Kenny Omega.
Good wrestler.
Oscar.
I think Oscar's cute.
Nia Jax.
Unsafe.
Natalia.
Entitled.
Okay. A friend of mine, Ken Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Underrated.
Okay.
I think he was.
Randy Orton.
RKO out of nowhere.
Okay. Stone Cold.
Beer.
Choose over that one. Carmelo Hayes.
Him.
Brock Lesnar.
Beast.
Nikita Lyons.
Needs more work when she comes back from injury.
And I have to give my response. It's yams.
Can I get to you?
We've said a lot. Have we said Tiffany Stratton yet?
No.
Tiffany Stratton.
I like her moonsault.
Okay, Santos Escobar.
He's going to turn heel soon. He's going to turn on Ray.
Pretty deadly.
Yes, boy!
Same as Grayson Waller. Pretty funny, but they are bloody arrogant. But they are good at that. Good at it.
One more each.
And thank you, Alpha Academy.
Gable is very underrated.
Okay.
My last one will be AJ Styles.
Phenomenal.
My last one is going to be the Welsh Dragon herself, Tegan Knox.
Underutilized.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I went back and watched episodes of Main Event because I found out she was on.
All right, so we can venture into our WrestleTok questions. We have to remember to be TV friendly at this point. US TV friendly at this point.
So you cannot say the C word, Paul.
That's you, Haley. That's what you are.
Why do you think it's so hard doing this podcast, mate?
She only has to cut it out for an hour a week, so
exactly, yeah.
It's tough, but she can do it.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So my first question for you about WrestleTok, Paul, is what or who made WrestleTok for you? So, like, what made it so important? What made you keep going back enough for you to be in that side of the WrestleTok part of it, and etc.?
I think the first person from WrestleTok whose live I joined was G.
Mm-hmm.
So then we started talking, then kept joining, and then became friends. And I watched the Royal Rumble with her and Ross. One of the best weekends I've ever had.
There we go. Go on.
No, I have like 5 or 6 different questions, so you can keep going. I gotta sort them out, if you will.
Okay, so we all know that WrestleTok can be negative. It can be toxic at times. It can be so unenjoyable. What I want to know is, what positive thing have you got from WrestleTok, and what's the one positive thing you can say about WrestleTok?
There's a lot of people, you might not agree with them. I certainly have, but I respect their opinion. Even if I don't agree with them. I'm not going to go at them. It's like, like when people have done the ranking videos. Why isn't Edge at number 1? Shout out to G and Courtney with that one. I'm not agreed with them, but that's what they think. That's their opinion, not mine. It's mainly the ranking videos.
What positive thing have you got from your? So, say for example, within WrestleTok, we've obviously all learned a lot about ourselves and other people. Why on this journey? What positive thing can you take away from WrestleTok? So, say if WrestleTok stopped tomorrow, what's that one thing you would take with you?
I'd still have the friends that I've made through WrestleTok.
Good answer. Good answer. Matt, are you ready for your questions yet?
Keep going.
I guess so.
Well, I took pretty much the whole first half of the show.
Okay, so it's my turn. Right, Paul, do you like cheese? If so, what food? No. Okay, question. What is this is no pun intended, I'm not gonna lie. What is the cheesiest thing about WrestleTok? So what kind of makes you laugh about WrestleTok? What's got you laughing so hard you're crying? So, like, one of them. What is the cheesiest moment?
Some creators who think they know everything. Just laugh at them. I was like, shut up.
Okay,
so we're gonna play Table for 3. This is the one. Table for 3.
I love this game. I love this game.
We're gonna play Table for 3, WrestleTok edition. Out of all the creators in WrestleTok, who's your table for 3? You and 3 other people.
Ooh, 3 other people. One person who I think he did a video reply to someone. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he was just spitting facts, and that's got to be Heel Kevin.
Love Heel Kevin.
Yeah. Kevin saved my ass yesterday. I swear to
God. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he was just spitting facts.
He always does. That's why I love Kevin. He don't give a shit.
Yeah.
The fact you've not even got G or Ross on your list is actually.
I've already met them. So
you don't have to meet them. It can be people you meet. It's just, who would you have in your table for 3?
That's actually just so it's. I've got 3 other people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you have 2 people now because you already took Heel Kevin. So you have 2 more spots open.
2 more spots. I'm going to say Ross
Okay.
because I could learn a lot about stuff like New Japan from Ross.
Okay.
I don't watch it, so I could learn a hell of a lot from that guy about that. Trying to think. Hmm. 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 And I'm going to get called a sucker. I'm going to have to say G. G.
I mean, that's not a bad conversation. That's not a bad 3 people to have a conversation with. So
Okay, who would be on your table for 3 of wrestlers? So this could be any wrestlers, any brands, all time. They could be dead or alive. Who are you picking?
Edge.
okay.
So I saw a video. It was Hope Division. Alyssa. She got some new Edge shirts, and I just commented to him, I'd love to just sit down and have a beer or whatever with him and just talk about his career. It would be absolutely such a conversation. Edge. Another one I'm going to say, because of the people he's worked with in the past, is Paul Heyman.
Mm-hmm.
That would be he could be really, really interesting. This one might surprise you. This name I'm going to say now, I think is going to surprise a lot of people. So I think he could be a really interesting conversation to have. He's actually Vince McMahon.
I can see that.
I could learn a lot from that man. People may not like him, but I reckon he's a totally different out of character.
Okay. So we've gone table for 3. You had dinner with those 3 guys. Now you got to put together your Mount Rushmore. Who is your Mount Rushmore of TikTok? We'll start with there. Mount Rushmore of WrestleTok. Yeah. I'm an asshole.
I'm gonna put Kevin on there again. Kevin. I'm going to say Reese.
What, Hornswoggle?
Yeah, Wish Solo Sokoa.
Wait.
Rudy Poo Candy ass.
Solo Swoggle.
Yes. And I'm torn between 2 for the other one. Oh, it's 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm actually going to say, because the first name one of them is G.
Okay.
Because G's done a lot for me. She helped me a lot. And the other one, I actually rate her very highly in WrestleTok, and that's Courtney, New Zealand. She's from New Zealand. Some of the stuff she says, I'm like, wow, that's a good point. I like Courtney.
Okay, so who is your Mount Rushmore of tag teams? Again, this can be any brand, any year, era, any person. Who is your top 4 of literally Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, again, the first one I'm going for is one I remember when I was a kid is Legion of Doom. Legion of Doom. I'm going to say the Dudleys. Edge and Christian.
And not even the Hardys.
I'm torn between the Hardys and the Brothers of Destruction. of the
Don't forget
two,
you've got singles coming as well.
out of the two, I'm going to say the Hardys.
Okay. Who is your Mount Rushmore of singles?
Ric Flair, John Cena, Triple H, Randy Orton.
Okay. So, because you've just done the men's, who's your form women's?
Women. I'd be an idiot. You might not like her, but you'd be an idiot not to put Charlotte Flair on there.
Okay.
It'd be silly not to put Charlotte on there. Listen to me. Fabulous Moolah. Women. Trish and Lita.
Okay.
What's your favorite piece of wrestling merchandise memorabilia you own?
1 second, because I got it there. Let me pull it out. The program I got when I went to the live event, I would love to get it signed. Like, it's just pictures of wrestlers, but I'd love to get it signed.
That's kind of cool. I think we get
We
have a lot of house shows. We have a lot of house shows that come.
I went to a house show, and it was absolutely brilliant.
And we get a lot of house shows where we are at more than any pay-per-view or Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. But my son loves, and he gets a program literally every time. Like, he's like, Dad, I gotta get the new one. That they change pictures every year. I'm like, so if you could swap places with any professional wrestler for 24 hours, who would it be?
Oh, that's a tough one. Do they have to be active right now?
No, we can go all time.
I'm going to say Steve Austin.
Okay. Let's see here. I have all these questions. What's your current favorite? What's your current favorite show as far as like Raw, SmackDown, NXT, AEW? Like, what's your show? Like, that's the show that you definitely watch every week.
Well, I don't actually have the channel that it's shown in the UK now, but I used to always I think I watch SmackDown more.
Okay.
Because Raw is the stories just don't go anywhere sometimes.
Yeah, we've been to a Raw before. My wife and son and I, we all went to a Raw, and it just seems like the crowd is really flat. And it just seems like the SmackDown crowd just seems a lot more alive. And so we went Mount Rushmore for all the other things. What's your Mount Rushmore for managers and valets?
Paul Heyman, Paul Bearer. Ooh, those are the two obvious ones.
You best say Teddy Long and Eric Bischoff.
Holla, holla.
I'm going like managers of tag teams and not. Paul Ellering.
Okay, that's a good one.
Legion of Doom on the bikes at Wembley at SummerSlam '92. I think it was them.
Yeah.
And there's one more. Teddy or Eric? Of the two, I like Teddy more. I don't like Eric, but of the two, Teddy.
Okay. Well, the reason I asked that, I don't know if you saw what Paul had said about Bobby the Brain Heenan, because he was asked what he thought of Bobby the Brain Heenan, and on a episode of, it was ESPN right before SummerSlam, he said, "Screw that guy, he's dead."
Oof.
And he goes, and then they asked him about Jimmy Hart, and he goes, "Jimmy Hart's proof that God doesn't answer my prayers. He's still alive."
I think I saw that one. I don't know if I saw the interview or I saw it somebody posted something.
And then they asked him who the GOAT is, and he says, "Me, because I'm with him." And he pointed out. I mean, Paul Heyman's been my guy since he was with. Sammy, welcome to the chat.
Hi, Sammy.
Always a pleasure when Sammy joins us on Twitch. That's a bummer, Sammy. But we're getting close to the end. If Haley has any other questions, she's more than welcome to ask. But we will.
For some reason, my camera stopped working. I am here. It's just not working on me anymore. Tried everything.
Oh dear. What a shame.
We will be bringing you on later on in season 2 to talk about Drew McIntyre. I kind of want to ask you this now, but I want to save it for the other show, but you can answer it then too. Broken Dreams or his Scottish Psychopath theme song?
I like them both, but I think if they ever he should wait. I don't know if they ever will. I don't think he'll bring back Broken Dreams until there's a big show in Scotland. He'll bring it back then. But the pop he got when he started playing at Clash at the Castle, I don't think he will, but I think he should. I think he should. I like it because the crowd when it started playing was like, "Oh, it's coming out to that." I do like his current one.
So I am at the bottom of my list. Haley, do you have anything else before we start winding this thing down?
Okay. So he's gonna hate me after this. So on the 10th of September, guys, there's somebody's birthday. So if you want to give him any crap, that is the day to do it. But Paul, 3 questions.
Yeah.
What is it with Jess the Ref? What is your obsession with her? Tegan Knox and Shotzi Blackheart. What is the obsession?
Well, Shotzi's a badass. Think about it. Tegan I've liked for a while. I think I started watching her in the Mae Young Classic that year when she got injured against Rhea.
Right.
So I started following her then. And I was just watching NXT and I kept seeing Jess every week and I was like, oh, she's cute.
Okay.
I like Jess, so what? Why do you like Grayson Waller?
Because he's Grayson fucking Waller.
Yeah, and Ref Jess is Ref Jess.
Okay, question. If you could have any storyline tomorrow and you could make it up, you're in creative for WWE, Who are you choosing? What stipulation? And who's winning, who's losing, and what for?
Ooh. This would get a fantasy booking. This would be my fantasy booking. WWE bring a stadium show to Murrayfield in Edinburgh. You have Drew McIntyre against Roman Reigns. Reigns has been champion for 6,000 days. I'm not sure on a stipulation, but I would have Drew coming out the Broken Dreams and him hitting the Claymore on Reigns and pinning him to win the world title. And Drew gets his moment in front of a crowd.
So you'd have him beat Roman Reigns for the Undisputed?
At Murrayfield in Edinburgh. That would get so much. You thought his pop at Clash at the Castle was big. Clash would have nothing on that.
Okay.
60,000 Scottish people cheering. Oh my God, we've got death.
Okay, so we ask everyone this question: hire, fire, desire. I'm going to give you 3 wrestlers. You have to pick who you would hire, who you'd fire, and who you desire to have on your brand, but you can't have them or desire them. Okay.
Ooh.
So we are going to go LA Knight. Yeah. We're going to go Grayson Waller.
Until you come
And
up with
we
this
are
one.
going to go The Miz.
Oh. Ooh. I would hire LA Knight. Yeah. I would. Oh fucking hell!
Choose wisely.
You can tell you've done this one, Haley, because I know what you like.
This is easy.
I would fire The Miz because he's had a Hall of Fame worthy career for me, and I would desire Grayson Waller.
Okay.
How about we go same with Tegan Knox, Shotzi Blackheart, and Becky Lynch.
I told you it wasn't hard. I'm not the evil one out of me and Matt.
So I've got Tegan, Shotzi, and Becky. Of the 3, I'm sorry, but I would have to fire Shotzi.
Okay.
This might actually surprise Haley, but I would hire Becky Lynch and desire Tegan Knox.
Okay.
Bear in mind, I have seen Becky Lynch live.
Okay, next
That's
one.
my reason.
Charlotte Flair. Woo! Bianca Belair. And we are going to go Oscar.
Of the 3, hire Oscar. I would desire Charlotte Flair and fire Bianca.
All right. We're going to go 3 guys that are at the end of their career. Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, and John Cena. OVW.
Oh, 3 Hall of Fame careers.
And keep in mind, Sammy is in the chat.
I'd be lying if I said that hadn't crossed my mind. I'm not just saying this because Sam is in here, but I would hire Randy. Of the three, I would say he's my personal favourite. Desire John Cena and fire Brock.
Okay. We're gonna go for people from the Attitude Era. Okay. Eddie Guerrero, Rob Van Dam, and we're gonna add in a bit of a dark horse, Carlito.
Hire Eddie. Desire RVD and fire Carlito.
Okay.
Wow.
We're going to go tag team edition now. We'll start the Usos, Edge and Christian, and the Hardy Boys. All in their prime, by the way. All in their prime.
All in their prime. Hire the Usos. Desire Edge and Christian. And fire the Hardys. That wasn't easy.
Okay, faction time. The Bloodline, the OC, and the Bullet Club. When I say Bullet Club, I mean every member that's ever been in the Bullet Club.
You're talking to someone who doesn't watch New Japan.
Yeah, but this is also including AJ Styles, Finn Balor, Cody Rhodes,
the Young Bucks.
Young Bucks, Kenny.
Yeah, there's loads, basically.
So basically, I'm keeping Gallows, Anderson, and a few of them. Gallows, Anderson, Styles. Fire the OC. Desire the Bloodline and hire Bullet Club.
Okay.
I'll go with factions as well. We're going to go DX.
I thought Haley was going to say that one.
NWO. And Evolution.
Hire DX. Desire Evolution. Fire the NWO.
Okay. Last one from me is going to be the Mixed Match Challenge Edition. So I think it stopped in 2018, 2019.
I think they only did it twice.
Okay. So you've got AJ Styles and Charlotte Flair.
Phenomenal Flair.
You've got Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss, aka Little Big.
Team Little Big.
And then you've got who can I put in? Oscar and The Miz.
Well, I'm going to hire Team Little Big because they were hilarious together. They should have had them play out on the main roster, in a main roster storyline. That would have been hilarious. Desire Oscar and The Miz and fire Phenomenal Flair.
Okay. Matt, do you have a last one?
I think that's a good one to end on. And one quick plug for my there's a show on Friday here on the Huge Pop Wrestling Podcast, and it's a new show we're doing. My brother and I, we're not talking wrestling, we're talking everything sports related. We're going to talk what's going on in the world of sports. We're talking American football, UK football, Carolina Panthers. Okay.
Yep.
We're talking American football. We're talking world football. We're going to be talking about the Little League World Series here. We're going to be talking about American college football. We're going to be talking pretty much everything that's in the news. We're going to be discussing stuff like that. And we have special guests as well, people who have played in the NHL. We have people who played in a couple of the European basketball leagues and that kind of stuff. And they're going to be stopping by later on, like down the road. That showed on Friday. And then next week, today, or a week from today, we will have Shayna Hill herself for her season 2 episode. And I will be putting out a video about that. And letting you guys know who we're going to be talking about in her episode. And before we go, I will be making a video. I know I said this yesterday, but we are giving this away. It's a Gold Rock, the 20th anniversary of SmackDown. That Funko Pop. I will be doing a video. I need to get off here and actually film the freaking video. But Paul, it was an amazing time. This last hour flew by. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully,
thank you for having me.
Hopefully, we didn't ruin your appetite. And
I have a question. Was it a good show? Get it? Jeez, good. Yeah.
Oh, Haley, shut up.
So, and
it was a pleasure.
Just before Matt finishes, just to let people know, on Broken Wrestling Podcast, Indian sides are not going to be a thing for a few weeks because obviously we're letting Sean deal with what he's dealing with. Tomorrow, CJ will be on Sudden Impact straight after Impact. And then on Saturday, we're going to have a bit of a mix-up. It's not going to be Let's Talk Wrestling, but you'll have to tune in 9 p.m. British Standard Time on Saturday on Broken Wrestling Podcast to find out what we're going to be doing.
Ooh, interesting.
Exciting.
Yeah.
And thank you all for stopping in. The people, Sammy, Jamie, Rose, Matt the Duelist, Brenda. Thank you all for stopping in. My brother, Scott, thank you for joining. And until next time.
Bye-bye.
Extreme.